Welcome to the Ultimate Round. My name is Alex and I'm happy to have you here. Today we're going to talk about GSP's 4 toughest fights. Let's get started. Number 4, UFC 50 GSP versus Matt Hughes. One of GSP's toughest fights for the vacant welterweight championship. This would be the first time that the two would face off. In round number 1, GSP is able to land a takedown against Hughes early in the first 30 seconds of the round, landing him some early points. A minute later, Hughes returns the fire by landing a takedown and is able to get through GSP's guard. GSP tries a Kimura but is not able to execute and is later able to get off his back and resume a stand-up fight. Later on, GSP is able to land a beautiful spinning back kick on Hughes. Hughes retaliates by trying a takedown but fails. The two continue the stand-up battle. Seconds later, Hughes is able to land a takedown with GSP against the fence. GSP defends well and Hughes is not able to get many strikes in. Closer to the end of the round, Hughes finds some success in landing strikes and is able to cement GSP with an armbar to win the welterweight championship belt. The fight displayed Hughes' wrestling and grappling skills and the difficulty Pierre had in not being able to execute his skills as effectively as he normally does. Number 3, UFC 58 GSP versus BJ Penn, also known as the Prodigy. This would be the first time that GSP and BJ Penn would face off, with the winner being able to fight the current UFC welterweight champion Matt Hughes. This fight had much anticipation and for good reasons. In round number 1, Penn initiates his quick striking skills, taking initiative and bringing the heat to GSP. GSP gets poked in the eye in the first minute of the fight, which slightly affects his performance. GSP shoots for a takedown, but Penn is a great grappler and is able to avoid GSP's takedown. The first round ends with blood pouring down from GSP's nose and right eye while Penn is unscathed. In round number 2, Penn sets the tone by striking first while GSP strikes back. GSP tries to take Penn down in the first minute, but Penn is like a jack in the box and gets right up. GSP manages to take him down on his second attempt and get some strikes in. Penn is able to get up and resume the stand-up battle as it continues in a slow pace. GSP once again was able to get a takedown on Penn in the last 20 seconds of the fight. In round number 3, the round begins fast-paced with both striking successfully. Surprisingly, once again, GSP body slams Penn to solidify the last round. Penn tries to take GSP down but is not able to. Then once again, GSP takes Penn down in the last 30 seconds of the round. Penn tries to cement GSP but is unsuccessful as GSP is able to get out. Pierre is able to win by decision after this grueling fight against one of the greatest pound for pound fighters. Number 2, UFC 69 GSP versus Matt Serra. This would be GSP's fight to defend the welterweight championship belt after taking it from Matt Hughes. In round number 1, the fight starts off at a slow pace with both GSP and Serra doing their best to figure out each other before going all in. As the first round progressed, they began to get comfortable throwing powerful strikes. Serra is able to land significant strikes to the body and head. GSP strikes back but is not as successful. Serra shows his strength with 2 hooks to the head, which GSP tries to catch himself but is met with the right hook, which knocks GSP down again on his knees. Then, to be rocked again by several strikes, Serra sees the opportunity and attacks Pierre to finish the fight by TKO. This is one of the most upsetting fights in UFC history. GSP would come back to dominate and TKO Serra in UFC 83 to win back the welterweight championship belt. Number 1, UFC 162 GSP versus Johnny Hendricks. This would be the first time that they would face off, where GSP would fight to defend his welterweight belt. In round number 1, the fight starts with an immediate takedown attempt. GSP manages to get a guillotine choke, but wouldn't be able to finish Hendricks so easily. Hendricks retaliates with his own takedown, but GSP is able to get up quickly. Hendricks and GSP throw heavy blows and wrestling for the remaining round. Hendricks ends the round with a higher percentage of strikes landed, solidifying this round. In round number 2, GSP and Hendricks start by trading shots. GSP catches a hard uppercut which stunts him for a second, followed by more strikes to the noggin, in which GSP starts to lose balance until the fight is paused due to Hendricks losing his mouthpiece. Surprisingly, there is minimal reaction from the crowd. After the battle resumes, Hendricks follows with several head strikes. GSP manages to survive this encounter by using his jab, but was affected by the strikes that he took. The round ends with both fighters clearly tired. In round number 3, GSP starts with an effective leg kick and Hendricks comes back with a knee. Both fighters trade shots successfully, but Hendricks starts to reduce his power where GSP is able to land more strikes. As the round goes by, GSP is successful in landing different kinds of strikes and combinations. Hendricks is able to land a takedown, but isn't able to land substantial strikes as GSP is able to get up. GSP outlands Hendricks, solidifying this round. In round number 4, GSP lands on his back. Hendricks passes GSP's guard to land some strikes, but GSP is able to get up and retaliate with strikes of his own. This round had a lack of highlights. In round number 5, GSP tries to take down Hendricks but is unsuccessful. GSP tries a Kimura, but Hendricks twists GSP's arm, showing his strength. GSP is able to get some points in with kicks and punches. Later, GSP is able to take Hendricks down, but Hendricks is able to get up quickly. GSP is able to solidify the last round by taking Hendricks down in the last minute. GSP tries to get a Kimura but isn't able to execute it successfully. This was a close fight, as you can tell by both teams being ecstatic by thinking that their fighter won the fight. Ultimately, the decision would come to GSP remaining the champion. GSP says it has been one of his toughest fights in his career. This concludes GSP's 4 toughest fights. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.